They're at best low-level millionaires because he's inherited a few bucks from his family. But they've been living...
If cringe had a face, it would be smiling next to a chicken coop in Montecito. This was supposed to be Meghan Markle's big comeback, a soft launch back into public grace, a sun-drenched, cupcake-filled montage of motherhood and backyard bliss. What we got? A 74-second PR puff piece that felt more like a Pinterest ad than a birthday celebration. Meghan twirling like a yoga instructor lost in a farmer's market. Archie blinking at the camera like he just woke up from a staged nap. Lilibet half laughing, half wondering why there's a boom mic in the lemon tree. And then the critics arrived. Lady Colin Campbell and Tom Bower, the Buckingham Avengers, didn't just roast it, they dismembered it.
Billionaires, they got this massive mansion in Montecito, they go everywhere by private jet. They kind of needed this Netflix money.
Lady C called it a manipulative tableau veiled in cupcakes and curated chaos. Tom Bower went straight for the jugular. This wasn't a birthday video, it was a soft launch for a family brand, nothing more. Let's be honest. If the pregnancy dance made you wince, if Harry's memoir made you cringe, this birthday video might just be the final nail in the Sussex content coffin. And guess what? We're only 2 cupcakes in. Lady Colin Campbell doesn't do subtle. When she speaks, teacups tremble. And her review of Meghan's 44th birthday video? Let's just say it wasn't grateful, grounded, or growing. An amateur production soaked in PR desperation, she declared. Like a Hallmark card that went through a focus group. But she didn't stop at opinions. She brought receipts. Let's break it down.
Do appreciate it. Lady C, basically the same question to you. These people have been relying on this Netflix money, that source of income.
The footage, not filmed on Meghan's birthday. Lighting analysis shows it was likely shot in mid-July. The kids' outfits, already seen in earlier paparazzi shots. The cake, that same cake dramatically iced in the video, already appeared on Doria's Instagram 3 days earlier. So either this was a birthday video filmed in advance, or a birthday video that wasn't a birthday at all. And Lady C dropped the line that hit the hardest. If this was meant to humanize Meghan, it did the exact opposite. It made her look like a brand pretending to be a person. Let that marinate. Because while some fans clapped for the raw motherhood aesthetic, those who understand PR saw right through it. Staged smiles, scripted chaos. Lighting that screamed, "We brought a crew." This wasn't a home movie. It was an Archewell pitch deck in disguise. And that's not just shade. That's strategy. Enter Tom Bower, the man who turns royal commentary into televised takedowns. This isn't your average tabloid gossip guy. Tom's the investigative bulldog who makes palace insiders nervous.
Well, that's our view, but it's not theirs. They need the money, and they need it now more than ever because they've got no other source of income.
When he speaks, PR teams break into hives. And about Meghan's birthday video? He didn't hold back. This is not a celebration. This is a strategic rebranding campaign dressed as a family moment. Translation: the cupcakes, props. The garden, set dressing. The children, visual currency and a media play. According to Bower, this video had 3 specific purposes. Reset the public image, present Meghan as Earth Mama Markle instead of a duchess turned diva. Distract from the Spotify fallout, that $20 million podcast deal that fizzled harder than a wet sparkler. Tease a Netflix docuseries, not about royalty or racism, but about family coziness. Sound harmless? Here's the kicker. This wasn't filmed by Harry with an iPhone. Insiders told Bower that Meghan's ex-PR firm, Sunshine Sachs, coordinated the shoot with a full production crew flown into Montecito under NDAs. Yes, really. This wasn't family footage. This was a marketing video disguised as maternal authenticity. It's not a birthday, Bower said. It's a soft launch for a product line, for a show, for Meghan Inc. And that, dear viewer, is where the story starts unraveling, fast.
And all the criticism they're going to take means nothing because that's the only way they can earn their money.
Because once you realize the whole thing's a PR play, it stops being sweet and starts feeling sinister. To fully understand the 44th birthday fiasco, we need to rewind to 2021. Remember the pregnancy dance? Meghan, visibly pregnant, swaying in a candlelit room to lo-fi music. Shot like a promo for a yoga retreat no one asked for. Originally meant as a teaser for Archewell, it backfired faster than a Royal Range Rover. Critics called it vapid, narcissistic, weirdly choreographed for someone supposedly craving privacy. Even Jimmy Kimmel spoofed it. Even Piers Morgan, he spoofs everything, called it an insult to the concept of dance itself. But the backlash, it didn't slow Meghan down. Because Meghan, she doubles down. No apologies, no retractions, no oops, that was a miss. Just more footage, more frosting, more filtered chaos. And now, That birthday video feels like a spiritual sequel to the pregnancy dance. Same vibe, new props. Lady C summed it up best.
Recall correctly, we have already spoken about this in the past because we have both said that this was coming.
We knew it was coming. We knew it was coming, and now it's come.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I'll write another book. It's not just tone-deaf PR anymore. It's a pattern. Stage the moment, release it like it's organic, rebrand, repeat. And now we're watching the same cycle, except this time the kids are involved. And that is where this story turns from awkward to potentially exploitative. So the birthday video drops. Caption reads, "Grateful, grounded, growing, happy birthday to our founder, mother, wife, and light, Meghan." And then the internet said, excuse me, what? Because outside of Meghan's curated fan base, the hashtag Sussex squad who'd clap if she sneezed on a rose petal, the general public had questions. And jokes, so many jokes. Here are a few viral reactions. Why do these kids always look like guest stars on their own birthday? This has more filters than a Facetune convention. Is that a sponsored cake? Even former palace staffers, anonymously quoted in the Daily Mail, chimed in. It felt about as authentic as a Real Housewives reunion. Oof. Because let's be honest, if you're being compared to a reality show while literally standing in your organic vegetable garden, you've officially lost the plot.
Oh, but it's not a surprise. And also, let's remember the figures bandied about it being 100 million and 20 million per annum. That's always been an overestimation.
But still, Meghan's inner circle clapped back. They called the video beautiful, raw and real, Oscar-worthy maternal energy, which just made the rest of the internet roll their eyes harder. Because there's nothing raw about a soft-focus cake-cutting scene where even the sprinkles look like they have a social media manager. The real problem? The audience isn't buying it. And when the public sees the performance stops working. Now here's where it gets eerie. After the video's release, the questions started piling up. And Meghan's team? Radio. Silence. Not a single name on the credits. No behind-the-scenes bloopers. No thank you to the videographer. Not even a filmed with love by Harry in the caption. Why? Because if they admit who filmed it, they'd have to admit it wasn't a candid family moment. This was a production, a shoot, a script, a content plan, possibly coordinated weeks in advance with a crew flown in under NDAs. It wasn't look at our family. It was look at our brand. And that raises the ultimate question. If you have to stage your authenticity, was it ever real in the first place?
They have tried to make out. They were busy bigging themselves up in the hope that if they said they were worth...
It's not just cringe anymore. It's calculated. And for Lady C and Tom Bower, that's not just a PR misstep. It's a pattern of manipulation. A breadcrumb trail of curated private moments, each one dropping conveniently when a deal falls through or a project flops. And now the kids, they're part of the content pipeline. That's not authenticity. That's a strategy. And people are starting to notice. Never underestimate the power of weaponized wholesomeness. Because that birthday video, yeah, it wasn't just cringe. It was a calculated move, and Meghan's goal, to launch something bigger. According to leaks from Netflix insiders, including Bower's shadowy sources, the 44th birthday video was never about Meghan at all. It was a proof of concept, a test, a quiet pitch for a Sussex-branded content series, focused not on royalty, not on grievances, but on family-friendly influencer life. Think California cozy, backyard wholesome, momfluencer with royal vibes. From royal rebels to Bluey with a backstory. Welcome to the Sussex family cinematic universe and this cupcake video. Episode 0. Bower breaks it down like this. It's not about Meghan anymore, it's about the kids. About selling an image of the new modern family, carefully curated for maximum sympathy and monetization. The soft lighting? The messy hair buns? The oh no, the frosting spilled moment? Not accidents. They're assets. Because Meghan knows what sells now. Wholesome content. Child-centered branding. Family as entertainment. One critic put it bluntly. They're not family anymore, they're a production asset. And if that doesn't make you uncomfortable, it should. Let's rewind the Sussex Netflix saga. August 2020, Meghan and Harry ink a mega deal with Netflix, reportedly worth up to $100 million. The promise? Documentaries, scripted dramas, children's programming, Archewell-branded content galore. Flash forward to 2025, and what's left?
That Netflix would pay them to produce things. So, and their profits were going to be...
Pearl, cancelled. Live to Lead, forgotten. Heart of Invictus, mild applause, 0 headlines. Harry and Meghan docuseries, big splash, then the puddle dried. Netflix gave them a cultural blank check. And instead of prestige, they got trauma tourism and PR pity. So what's left? One thing. The kids. The last untapped source of Sussex sympathy. The final lever Meghan can pull. And she's pulling it one birthday video at a time. Because while the royal storylines are stale, the children still have emotional currency. And Netflix execs know it. So does Meghan. Which means the next phase of the Sussex content machine might not be about her at all. It'll be about Archie and Lilibet. Unfiltered, but suspiciously well lit. When Lady Colin Campbell speaks, it's usually entertaining. But this time, it's chilling. We're not watching a birthday celebration, she said. We're watching the beginning of a Sussex family media rollout, and the children, poor things, are the bait. Let that settle, because Lady C is seeing a pattern, and it's hard to argue.
On to see to, most people clear out of it if they own private planes. And when people who own private planes hear that Meghan is on the phone.
A blurry photo of Archie right after Spotify collapsed. A Lilibet portrait when archetypes lost advertisers. A cupcake video after Netflix passed on their docuseries pitch. Always timed, always framed as private, always surrounded by whispers of deals going sideways. Coincidence? Lady C doesn't think so. She calls it strategic content scheduling. The same way influencers time their pregnancy reveals to brand sponsorships. And according to her, Meghan's not just rebranding, she's re-architecting her entire media identity. We're seeing Meghan move from princess to momfluencer, from duchess to digital brand. And the children? They're her TikTok algorithm. Yikes. Because that's not just PR. That's parenting as marketing. And the line between sharing your life and selling your life is looking blurrier by the birthday. Welcome to Meghan 4.0. We've had the actress phase, the duchess era, the media martyr arc. Now, we're in the momfluencer pivot. And according to former Archewell insiders, this isn't just aesthetic, it's a business strategy. Insiders claim Meghan's team has been studying the top family content creators on YouTube and TikTok, breaking down everything from color palettes, posting frequencies, caption tone, thumbnail expressions, audience sentiment over time. One former employee even leaked a content calendar allegedly planning out when to post a new Archie photo, when to leak a Lilibet baking moment, when to update the family narrative. Yes, family narrative, as in story arcs, as in content.
300 in Netflix's charts. It limped in at a humiliating 383.
And the end goal? A Sussex Kids lifestyle brand by 2026. Think wholesome cooking segments with Archie, DIY eco-crafts with Lilibet, birthday vlogs, behind the scenes of their day-to-day, produced but branded as unfiltered. Unfiltered, but suspiciously color graded. And that's where it starts to feel icky, because when your children's lives are scheduled by a content calendar, are you still parenting? Or are you producing? Let's not pretend he's not there. Harry was in the birthday video. Kind of, sort of, briefly. Like a background prop you forget was part of the furniture. While Meghan bakes and twirls and performs authentic motherhood for the camera, Harry is awkwardly hovering, half smiling, mostly out of focus, holding a cupcake like it's emotionally triggering. And that's not an editing mistake. According to Lady C and Bower, that's the new media strategy. Harry's story is done, Bower told GB News. The grieving son, the rebel prince, it's played out. It's no longer profitable. He had his moment. Spare? Published. Interviews? Done. Royal wounds? Public knowledge. But now? Netflix is allegedly done with Harry's narrative. Their attention? Squarely on Meghan. She's still seen as salvageable, said a streaming insider. But only if she pivots fast and clean. And that pivot involves pushing Harry to the background and the kids to center stage. Let that sink in. The man who left the monarchy for freedom and privacy is now playing supporting cast in a family vlog. Blink and you'll miss him. Which, let's be honest, might be the entire point. This isn't just a weird PR move anymore. It's becoming a dangerous precedent. Because using your children for emotional leverage, to sell content, to reset your public image, it's been done before. And it rarely ends well. Let's not forget, YouTube family vloggers being sued by their own kids. TikTok moms facing backlash for overexposure. Ex-child stars speaking out about privacy stolen for clicks. And now, Meghan, who once begged for privacy from the press, is offering magazine-quality portraits and choreographed family moments like their press kits. Lady C says it's child branding at its most disturbing. Bower, even darker. If she wants to be a momfluencer, fine, but using royal-adjacent children to sell content, that's exploitation in a polo shirt. This isn't the first time we've seen this arc. John and Kate +8, the Duggars. Even Britney back in her childhood career launching days. Every time the camera becomes the babysitter, the childhood disappears. And the audience, they're starting to squirm. Because even if they don't like Meghan, nobody likes seeing kids turned into content. So what are we really watching? A birthday montage? A soft focus family moment? Or something far more calculated? Because as each polished cupcake reel drops, as every filtered photo hits the feed, as Lilibet becomes a pastel poster child for relatable royalty, the audience sees it. And worse, the audience remembers. They remember the other families who blurred the line between childhood and content. They remember the lawsuits, the documentaries, the tell-alls, the therapy. And now, they're seeing the setup in real time. And that's the thing about turning your life into a product. Eventually, the audience realizes they've been marketed to. That's when they disengage. That's when they turn the page. That's when they say, enough. Because content fades. Sympathy dries up. Even the most curated chaos eventually becomes background noise. And the camera, it doesn't love you back. So maybe the real question isn't, what's the strategy here? Maybe it's, what happens when the kids grow up and realize they were part of it?